That's about the time I came through over here. And ended up putting himself in a weird situation where like it created a bullshit ass story about the perfect rapist. It's like so dumb. So the reason why my case over here, that's where to like the so-called perfect rapist fell in the first place, I thought, was just because of the fact that Mr. Oliver actually taking his time to go off and doing a formal interview. Yeah, with the female before he ever engaged into like a consensual sex act, like modeling and all this stuff now. Yeah, so I don't just go off and like put the money in front of him and then go off and like tell him to like do a secret handshake and then suck me off and stuff and then mess up. I really take my time to go off and ask the female if she be in traffic, and then which I give her the option that if she's being somewhat she's uncomfortable afterwards or something, that she can actually take the money on the counter. I'll leave my room on the space, or I'll leave the space, or like just don't interact with me in the club on the space. I tell them go take the business elsewhere, because I don't want to deal with traffic people on the space, or like females that go off and be coerced into that business itself and stuff. So that's always the argument that Mr. Oliver takes. He throws in front of the females. What's up? Before he goes off and like someone engage with him into like sexual deviance more on the space stuff. Right. And then eventually somehow that finger will still try to like go off and make Mr. Oliver seem like the perfect rapist that go off on like Jeffrey Epstein females on the space. Mr. Oliver is literally in front of a sex worker, a stripper, asking her, "Are you being trafficked?" I said, I take one upon myself over here to go off and break code as a male over here, to go off and like lower my posture as a male instead of being dominant. And then someone humiliate myself in front of the entire male kingdom to then go off and ask a female, is she being trafficked? Are you being raped? Are you there? Are you uncomfortable? What's up? Just yeah, and then when she's someone go off to like be the simp on the space here to just tell the female that I rather choose money over prison. Yeah, I like my fucking money to just take the money and just fucking live on the space here. I literally give her the easiest game in her life over there to just go off and like scam niggas on the space here for money. And then fucking leave her on the space. And then the female is like, nah, she'll still go off on intention engage into a sexual activity, Mr. Oliver, consensually. Based off her own code and her own pride on the space. By the time she's done with him, somehow Mr. Oliver get called the perfect fucking rapist on earth. And then eventually I got dumbass black female military, whatever the fuck that shit is. Yeah, going off to try to work with like a group of white people to then go off and try to shame the black male over here. And try to claim that the nigga is a nigga over here that's going out to like rape females. So like, all of a sudden she won't go off and impress her white slave catchers or what's up by becoming the female slave catcher, and they go off to try to claim that she's doing the proper thing in the name of Jesus Christ, or like for the sound of freedom on a special. And then eventually go off to like help them go off and create my entire affairs into a ghetto scenario. Yeah, so I got the female Uncle Rocket over here, which I cannot even make up much of my offense, especially once I'm helping up become a slave catcher. It sounds the worst dumbass story I can imagine. That's way to like sex work. Yeah, between consensual, responsible adult. You literally have somebody over here that go off and be like, yo, listen, I'm an alpha male over here, but at the same time I love my fucking money. I go off and humiliate myself in front of the other groups over here, if in the male kingdom over here, to go off and ask a female that could easily go off and scam me out of my fucking money over here. The easiest way you can imagine to just grab my stuff and be like, yes, I'm being trafficked, and go off and take his money over here. I don't have to do no work, and I walk out the hotel. Close the door, well, fucking sucker. Lick your finger, and then go on by our first one. But instead, no, and then all you hear is the bed rocking on the special shop. Then she take her money and her tip, and then she leave her on the special shop. So somewhere, yeah, that's how she got to feel. I'll never be able to affect me psychologically until more often. And then by the time I'm done overlooking that thing over there myself, yeah, I'm glad that I played it very, 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 very safe into more often, especially because again. Yeah, I'm not going to deny the chocolate pudding over here that's in front of me, in front of the store over here. What's up? Especially when I have the power to go off and like take that stuff from my pocket. That's way to extras. Because I said again, the main important thing is time, and then actually your skill that you can go off and develop with that amount of time specifically to then go off and produce a product like that 5G cell tower, and be the first on the scene to disrupt the system itself and be in demand, and then go off and run with it for as far you can run with it on the space here. I collect your money and then go off and collect interest rate on that system itself, and then find a way around maintenance on the space here, and just let go. And now go off and take that money and then reinvest that money at the space here, cause the space here, build your reputation and go off and like build a brand for yourself. And by the time you're done over here, you pay PayPal, like it was like Nintendo or something like that. I don't know, maybe later on in my head that you have more than billions of dollars since you count my sound like that myself. But I said by the time I come to with a new system, that's way to a new grid. If you're an analog computing system, that's way to like it's almost like cell towers, but it's on a macro system over here. Because the main thing that you have to do is go off and like create a new energy transducing system to make sure that the energy transducer, that's way to like your micro cells or your micro system, yeah, it's versatile on the special. So that's why I had to go off and like rely a smaller battery system that was somewhat continuous, like a back engine, a car engine. That's so much more green on, especially like a lithium system to then go off and like power up a certain cell system over here to go off and like somewhat maintain area and like even create the basic or most basics of basics of detection system. That's like could be as basic as it can be. It doesn't have to be complex. So for as long as it go off and like be like beep 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 beep. There's like a size of a rock. I'm sorry. Yeah, it could. Again, it doesn't have to be in detail. So far, as long as I could go off like I have a piece of a metal on this size, not smaller than that. I could. That's why I emphasize on this size alone. Also, on this size alone, also be detected for like a radius of like 300 meters cube from that direction. For just being in the vicinity, also I had one specific because that's all I needed to go off and introduce inside the black community to then go off and give them a tool, adaptability, like gazelles, to go off and be aware. I have a fine chest that by the time they turn their head over this way, myself, they can't see behind their head. So they won't be surprised by the death that's behind them. They'll go off and snipe them randomly on the space and then kill them, remove them from the survival or like species around the entire planet, and then give him a fighting chance over the others that they, for other reason could have developed that tool. That's like the basic Stone Age tool over here, like a wooden pickaxe or like a stone pickaxe to then go off and dig holes around the space here to then go off and seed plants, and then all of a sudden 10 years have passed, they have their entire apple field over here, and now they're like the masters and like eventually whatever serfs that are over here so that they know how to go off and grow food for themselves. And I bowed down to them and I tried to barter chickens for like a whole bunch of apples so they could make their apple pie, and then someone seduced the females around the space and now the kids are eating something sweet and the mother can go off and relax and go to a spa and do a nail, and then which is somehow they obtain a power or leverage that go off and make the other females jealous about something that they don't have over here. That's the ability to go off and not get a headache from their children, because you know that plays into the species itself. So the females over here will go off and be too immature to like obtain children, so all of a sudden you find brain matter over the ground here because they assaulted rod rage the child immaturity, and they kill more of the kids around the space. Meanwhile these mothers over here, and they're satisfied because of the fact that their house smell like apple pie. Well, the kids are like asleep over it, they're full and they're happy based off the sweets you give them on the space. Yesterday I've left kids with like brain matter on the ground because the mother didn't go off on rage and go rabid because she couldn't understand nature on the space. So somewhere by the time I'm done over here giving a tool that's like celestial to like a street barter on the space here where I make my millions of dollars, like Mr. Rockefeller over here wanted to set up the entire railroad system over here. That's how, right. That's how I get to make my money on the space here. I was like an underground dude on the space, and then eventually somewhere, I don't know, nobody was even supposed to know that I exist. I'll probably be somewhere in that space here on the top floor, smoking my Mount 1 over here. While I look down my flying Lamborghini down there. That's invisible, my invisible robotic system, because you know, apparently nobody else is doing the sphere over there. Yeah, the LCD screen, all that stuff like that. So very few people were doing it with the firmware, and other people want to go off and do it because it's a cool ass concept idea on the space. Nobody was doing the laser in the sky over there with the pyramid. Apparently, other people wanted to do it, and the next thing you know, the builders are now have like a integration, digitized system inside the layout, the design. Yeah, on the front, what's up? On the surface, it's internally would have just been that building right here has a digitized system, but it's internal. It's a digitized system that controls the electrical grid, and it's a telecommunication system over here. So you find the substation somewhere across the space here, but also on the ground for like a main control panel on the space. But now they got it on the surface. Yeah, because it's standardized on the space here. So this is what I was talking about recently or something, and they were actually coincidentally mentally ill. Yeah, steps into the frame for like whatever black chick over there that could have been an employee of the police department on the space here. That tried to go off and make herself first inside my story here. So I said by the end of the day, yeah, just the mentally ill don't engage. So yeah, these are substation I believe or something, and somewhere I don't know where's the moon at. The moon and the planets should be somewhere around here. Oh, is that a star somewhere? Yeah, that's a star over there. And then everything, I don't know what other stars that. Yeah, there's somewhere around. What's up? Is that a school bus? Oh, yeah. So I said again, you don't give the mentally ill no attention. Then put in the frame or nothing like that. Yeah, cause I said again, their handlers over here.